Hi everybody, welcome to the dungeon. This is another Adventures in Boro. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to make this deer again. I know you've seen me make them a couple times, but every time they seem to get more interesting and every one is completely different. This is just the basic process that I'm going to go through to make something like this. Okay, now here's one that I made the other week and I didn't like it, so I trashed the whole video. And I usually don't share any of my F-ups on here, but here it is. Here's my little guy. Now, I don't like the way this came out at all. You may think it's amazing, but really, I just hate the way it came out. The head is just so tiny on that big neck. That's my problem. I don't like that. So we got to change that. I'm glad you're aboard. I hope you try this. It's exciting. It's crazy. That's what we're going to do. I just have to find some boro to work with, some color. And on that note, let's go ahead and see what comes out of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon, as always, in the dungeon. Okay, now this video is a little longer than usual just because things don't always work out the way you want them to. And I'm working in boro, and this is like maybe the fourth time I've made one of these out of boro, and it's been a long time. So what I want to do is start out with the ears, and I just use a little bit of any color to just stick to the top and pull out a little bit of the tip. And then because it heats or it cools so quickly, I can easily pull the tip off, and I can use either side for the top or the bottom ear. So we're going to mash it down, pull it out a little bit. No, that time it stayed on there. And we got our ears. And just let those hang out until later. Now the body is, I'm not really sure, it's like a caramel color that I found, but I wanted to get this pretty much as large as I could, the ball on the end, and then when I was ready, I will let it droop to one side, creating the neck going into the body. So once we have the body, these appendages, the legs that go on, really need to start out with a much larger bit of glass than you think. And then you're heating both sides when you attach because you're looking for a really nice weld. And I kind of pull this out a little haphazardly because I wasn't used to how much boro I was going to need for this pull. And yeah, so there we go, do it again. And already I'm a little kind of like, okay, right there kind of sealed the deal of like, I'm not happy all of a sudden because I'm struggling. And when you're struggling, it's usually because you messed up somewhere. So I already see that the legs are not what I want. I can do better, I swear. So I move on to the front legs. And this one I thought just pulled out gorgeous. If all the legs had pulled out that nice, I could have made them all just one part legs instead of two-part leg. So once I'm done there, I want to put some little hooves on them. That didn't work out so well because they were a little big attached to these small points, and I'm trying to heat them up, and then boom, a little bit comes off, and I go to pick it up, and I'm already telling myself, you know what, I'm really not liking this, but here we put the tail on. You'll see me do this again, but this is a really nice little show of how it's done, even though it just completely goes out of the picture there. And then a little bit on the very tip, and then I start messing with that too much, and now I'm looking at it going, okay, this is not good. Okay, let's talk about what's going on here real quick. And yes, I have changed my shirt. Sorry for this interruption, but I thought it was kind of important. I'm not happy. Here's the problem that I'm seeing already with this. I like the body. I just don't like the color. I don't like what's going on. The cool thing about Boro is that you can actually just let it cool down and begin again wherever you want to. So my intentions are right now is to take off the legs at the knees and then start kind of from there again. Let's go ahead and keep on trucking away. Okay, so here we are back to our big fix. And like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the legs off at the what would be the kneecap. And I want to make sure that each one of those cast-offs, what's left over, looks nice and even with the other leg. Because I really, sometimes you can't go back. Sometimes you just need to start all over again. But I thought the body and at least the top part of the legs looked really nice. And after talking with Patrick for a minute, he told me how I needed to apply that second part of the leg, which is from the backside and up high, just like this. I'm applying it to the back of the leg, up a little higher, and slowly pulling that down so you have like this the back leg. And then I'm just kind of it's the god dang it, what part of the leg is that? The calf. There you go. Then we're going to do that to the other side, and I was just really happy. This one came out a little thinner than I would have liked, so I feel like I pulled it out a little quick, but still, those back legs, I'm like, oh man, I'm so happy. They're sexy looking and ready to move on. And this is where I mess up. So I go on the back side here, but I didn't go up far enough, so it doesn't look right. And on this next one, I decided, well, I'll just go on the front part. And I like the way it looked, but I'm like, dude, it's on the front. I just leave it the way it is. And then this is me trying to fix those two joints and actually make them melt together. I didn't like that leg, so just took it back off. And I put it on the same way as the other one, backwards, with the knee on top. Again, not thinking about how high it should have gone before I pulled it down on the other bit of glass. But I feel like at this point, things are working out well. Things are pulling out really nice. I'm getting larger gathers. And so far, I like what I'm seeing. And you have to remember that it's not going to look like, my work does not look like an actual deer. It's just the style that I have found myself working with or, getting into. Sometimes your style just happens. Then I'm going to put tinier little feet, little hooves on the bottom, and I like that. I like the way it looks. You want to make sure that it stands upright. And then here I'm still kind of dealing with those areas where the front legs come together. All right, now I'm really sorry about this because my hand was completely in the way, but here goes the tail. You want to make sure that where the tail is being applied is extremely hot enough to weld what you're putting down immediately to the other bit of glass. So they're welding together. And then I can slowly start to pull out this tail. And then once I feel like I have quite a bit to pull out, I can come out of the flame and give it a curl. And at this point, you can feel that boro starting to stiffen up really fast. And then, at that point, you're pretty much done. And I'm going to put a little bit of blue on the back of the tail this time. stretch it out just a little bit. My hand's all over the place, and the reason why is because with something this three-dimensional, it's all about gravity. So you're constantly using gravity to get things where you want them to be. Now at this point, I just have let it cool down for a bit, and I just want to make sure that the legs are cool enough to hold while I finish this piece. And this is what I really think helps the piece out, is not having that perfectly straight, here's a rod of glass neck. And I like this, so what I needed to do is kind of pull that neck out and make it a little bit more, you know, not so like a pencil neck. And then at this point, what I'm doing is just heating up a really large ball for the head. And there's different ways that you can put the head on. I think I probably could have put it on a little different, but put the head on and then use gravity, because the head is falling backwards and you're trying to pull the nose out forwards. So the best way to do that is kind of in an upside down position. Now what I can do here is work the neck and the head together and then get the neck and the head in the position that I want. I want the head to be looking not straight out, but I want it to be looking to the side. A little bit more off that nose. Man, you guys, we're almost done. I'm telling you, this was a stressful one, but it was so much fun to be able to work on something that I can continue to work on. Not like Boro, where everything just explodes. I mean, Moretti, or you know what I mean, 104 glass. The very last thing here is just heating up and welding on those ears and putting them exactly where I need them to be. And that's our deer, you guys. A couple little things here and there. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me on this one. I hope you give it a try, even if it's a little animal. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time.